There you go. Quintessential Severus Snape. Black man. Just going to let that sit there for a little while. This is dumb as hell. They actually do describe Severus Snape in the book. Certainly not what this chap looks like. That's for sure. And it's just dumb. It's just dumb. Like Alan Rickman was the quintessential Snape. What perfect casting. Absolutely brilliant. They are making good on their commitment to make this incredibly diverse, which is something which they came out and said. So they are making good on their commitment to make this diverse. And, you know, like there's been some comments. There's some comments in the chat right now. There's been some comments on the video I did earlier. People are like, Adam Driver would have been good. Yeah, Adam Driver would have been brilliant, actually. Adam Driver would have been absolutely brilliant. Can do that sort of short, curt, quick, you know, sort of straight down the line dialogue, deadpan delivery. Would have been brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Fits the bill, looks wise as well. The thing about this is that you're not even trying. You know, people will be like, well, what's the issue? Like, maybe he was the best actor. The best actor isn't merely just being a good actor. The best actor for a role actually does encompass other facets, right? It does actually encompass whether they align themselves quite closely to the character or not on a physicality level, right? You're not going to hire, an obese 500-pound woman to play a sexy Playboy bunny because, well, you know, she's the best actor. You're just not going to do it. That's absolutely moronic. If anyone thinks, you know, that they would do that, you're lying to yourself. Shut up. You're a moron. So this is done. This is done purely for diversity reasons. We know that the Academy, and by extension, all of streaming, all of Hollywood, everything else has quotas. They quite literally do have a checklist. That's not up for debate. That's something which the Academy releases themselves, you know. And if they can get the trifecta of like a gay black man with, you know, a disability, then they're absolutely laughing. They love it because it means that they can check multiple boxes off all in one go. They have a quota. So at the end of the day, I think this is lame. This is clearly not Severus Snape. That's all I've got to say on it, really. To be honest, I just think it's dumb. I think it's dumb as shit. You know, there is, and people will go, well, you know, J.K. Rowling's working on it, so she approved it. Yeah, sure, but she's an insane leftard, okay, and she's already committed to making this, you know, more and more diverse. That's just dumb. What, to make it reflect modern day Britain? Modern day Britain sucks. The country's been flooded with bloody third world detritus, right? Like it shouldn't. That's not. I don't want, you know. Then change Harry Potter, make him Indian. Do that. You know, go the whole hog. Fuck it. Who cares? It's just dumb. This whole thing's dumb. Anyway, there you go. That's my spiel.
It just reminds me of the whole Doctor Who thing with Cutie Gatwa. It's like the idea was, and has this been confirmed that he is going to be Snape?
Apparently, well, Hollywood Reports have got it as their exclusive. He's being eyed to play. Mm-hmm. A lot of us know that this, once they've released it to the press like this, is pretty much confirmed. Like that.
I sometimes wonder, though, because we do occasionally hear that. I think the Broccolis floated some names for James Bond that they put out there just to sort of see what the reaction would be.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's what this is. And I agree with you. J.K. Rowling is a wild-eyed leftist, but I promise you, as diverse as they make this show, there will be no trans characters in this show. That we can be sure of. But I wonder, why would, surely there was someone on the production staff that said, well, he doesn't look like Snape. You know, why are we doing this? You know, are we just trying to poke the bear? Is that kind of, what are we doing this for? And did some bean counter say, well, it's the only way we're going to get funding is if we hit some DEI points, and who cares if we make the villain black? You know, why not? Right. But this is a trope. Kang of the MCU, he was never black in the comics. He's black in the movie. This is just
Nick Fury,
Little Mermaid. I mean, whatever. I mean, I'm sure he's a perfectly good actor, but this just seems like trolling, and it's kind of tiresome.
Yeah. And David Zaslav should have, you know, he he made some comments about Trump winning and things changing and stuff like that. I mean, come on, mate. Like, what are you doing? Come on.
Well, it's not even that we're not against black people. I'm certainly not. You know, I'm sure I speak for everybody. None of us are racist, but this is just obvious. It's just obvious. I mean, it's like having a black Santa Claus. What are we doing?
Yeah. I mean, I don't even like to clarify things like that, because it does go without saying, you know, people will call you racist regardless, and those people are idiots.
Well, just noticing this, just noticing it, Nate. You're a racist, right? To some people, because, you know, hey, wait a minute, isn't he black? What are you, a racist? Well, it's weird. It's a bizarre trend that's just kind of tiresome.
Yeah. I mean, like, at the end of the day, it's race swapping. You know, the race was defined in the book, like he was described in the book. He had a description. It's also just not. It just doesn't look a bloody thing like him. Like, where's the hook nose, mate? Sorry. No offense, right? But people from a certain part of the globe, Africans, people who descend from Africa, don't have hook noses. Hate to break it to you. That's
maybe it'll be a prosthetic,
a genetic trait.
and
it's just dumb as piss. It's ridiculously stupid.
There's a lot of the black community out there that hate when they do this stuff. They don't want black Santa Claus. They don't want black Jesus. They don't want, you know, any other characters, just tokenized black, just to try to give them representation. They just want what's true to the story, what's original to the story. And if there's room for a black character, then create a new character, you know, do something else. That there's literally tons of YouTube channels out there of black men and women that go out there and talk against this kind of crap all the time. So I don't know why they keep pushing it and trying to check that box.
Oh, it's so dumb. So dumb. Dumb. You seen who they got to play? I mean, all the casting's lame, though. You see who's favored to play Dumbledore? This guy. This guy's favored to play Dumbledore.
I hope they've got prosthetics and makeup. Who's playing Harry? Who's playing Harry Potter?
There's no rumors on that yet. I mean, I said in my video earlier they should hire an Indian and call him Harry Potter.
Yeah, that would work great. How about Freckled Jesus for Hermione?
Let's do it. Or why not?
Just FYI, guys, refresh Snow White dislikes are back up and working.
Whoa. Yeah. Okay.
Interesting. Just quick update.
So it's Haji Potter is what you're saying. Haji.
Oh dear. What would you reckon, Culture? Let's give you your 2 cents on Severus Snape.
Well, he looks nothing like the description, as you mentioned. I think I may have read these books a few times through. And then I did a comparative between the books and the film. And it's something I said earlier, I'm going to say again. The audience has an expectation because they've read the books themselves. They understand who these characters are. Then that was reinforced by a series of films, 8 in all, that kind of broke down, what these characters were, their motivations, their appearances. To go this starkly against what the expectation is invites complete and total disaster. And I'm looking at this as like, first of all, you can do whatever you want on the West End. I don't care. Cast somebody from China as Othello. I don't care what you do there. You guys are screwed up. Most of Broadway's screwed up. So, trash the stories if you want to. Right. And I'm even the same with the BBC. You guys are constantly trashing things. So I don't really care. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, you're talking about an American and a largely Western audience. In fact, the entire globe that's going to notice that this was done for no other reason than to check a box and is inconsistent with their expectations. This will not make season 2 if these are the kinds of choices they're going to make, because they will have no reason to continue producing them because nobody will be watching them.
Yeah. Such a shame as well, right? Like, you
how much money?
I was going to
How
say,
much-
look at the absolute masterpiece that was Shogun.
Mm.
No random diverse nonsense. Didn't
Yeah.
need it. Just stood on its own as a great story. Just solid. So dumb.
I think
Sorry,
it's
you're
just
saying
an
how much money-
unnecessary risk. Why are they taking an unnecessary risk for bugging fans or it's like a pebble in your shoe? Why do this? It's
It's
just
just
weird.
checking that box. It's literally just checking the box.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
And the thing is, HBO literally just made a great show that had a very diverse cast of people in it. The Penguin.
Mhm.
Yeah, such a good show.
And that
Yeah.
show was awesome. And there was people of all different races, sex, gender, everything in there. So I don't know why they feel the need to do this for this Harry Potter show. It makes no sense. I personally don't like Harry Potter. I've never been a Harry Potter fan ever. So for me personally, it doesn't really matter to me, but it's just an ongoing thing, in this industry that they keep trying to push and do. And it ultimately just ends up killing the project because it turns people off. So I don't know why they're still trying to do this. It's like you almost want to be like, come on, guys, it's almost 2025. This is like a thing from 2020 or 2019 or like, come on, move on. Like, it's people have already made it known that they do not support or like any of this. So why keep doing it?
Yeah. It's
You
just
know,
it's just stupid lazy.
it may turn out okay if this actor is like a huge Harry Potter fan and he was petitioning to play this role and he thinks he can really bring something to it. I mean, at the end of the day, I really don't care if he's black. I really don't care about the color of the skin. What bugs me more is race as gender swapping, right? So like when they take a character and change the gender or something like that. This doesn't really bother me as much. I do think it's an unnecessary risk, and I would be okay if this actor was like, man, I really want to play Snape. This is a role I've been born to play or whatever, and is a huge Potter fan. But if it's just stunt casting like you see so often, I don't know. It's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, I have issues with race swapping just because it's I just feel it's lazy, and it's a different culture in the UK with respect to sort of British culture is downstream of ethnicity.
Okay.
And so in the UK, to see your culture being eroded away and everyone being, literally replaced, like
Yeah.
there was a new Blitz your BBC program where it was just about black people in World War II. You're like, what the fuck? Like you weren't like what you took what? This is
Well,
like,
yeah,
what?
particularly
You're
historical
doing a story
figures.
about like
Yeah.
0.1% of people. This is just nonsense. What are you doing?
Yeah, that seems.
And so,
I
from a UK's perspective, I do have an issue with race swapping because it's downstream of culture, and our culture is slowly being eroded away as a result of these types of actions. So, I have a bit of an issue with that. But again, it goes without saying, no issue with actual black people in general. That's just an absurd take. If anyone has that from this video, go check yourself. All right.
No, that's just what the trades want to say. That's their deflection, right? It's obviously the chuds, the racist chuds are the only ones that have a problem with it, just for noticing. But
yeah. I mean, this is the thing. Like you can't do these kind of things and not expect people to be like, but he's white. Like you just can't.
They know what they're doing.
What are you doing?
Yeah, they know what they're doing. It's intentional.
So dumb. So yeah. All right. We've got a super chat actually from Taker, and he says they'll have to call it the Defense Against the Diverse Arts now instead of the Dark Arts. Yeah. Nice Harry Potter reference. I like it, Taker. Thank you so much, my dude. There you go. We will shuffle on from that.